One, अगर सब लोग entrepreneur हैं, so then who's going to work in the businesses, right? So no, everyone doesn't have to be an entrepreneur. Okay. So I think that's like Gujarat. Everyone is just one person business. सबको धंधा करना है, right? And the second learning on entrepreneurship is it's great to, not everyone is Ritesh Agarwal. So it's great to think that you could be a 22-year-old and you're thinking disruptively, but you need to understand that there are certain skills that life gives you, gray hair gives you. You need to accept those. So for example, I learned in consulting, I don't think I learned about industry or anything specifically, but what I learned in consulting very specifically was a skill set. How to think 80-20, how to apply the Pareto rule, how to, ruthlessly prioritize, how to time manage, how to people manage, how to do stakeholder optimization, right? How to pre-wire an answer so that it has universal acceptance before you get through the door, right? A lot of that stuff is what life teaches you. There's a reason why they say that the most successful entrepreneurs actually start between the ages of 36 and 39. So that's usually the sweet spot for entrepreneurship. I think the third piece is if you don't have a shared value system with your co-founder, if you don't have co-founders or you don't have a shared value system and you think, "Arey, main cheeta hu aur main bana lunga," then I think you're going down a very slippery slope, because at some point in life you're going to end up you're going to end up in a situation where every answer cannot come from you. So in industry there's a term called key man risk, right? That is your business dependent on one person or a few people, and I think you need to de-risk that. You can't have all the answers, you can't always have all the solutions, and you can't always be there. You need to be able to decompress at times as well. So I think trying to own 100% of $1 million or 10% of $1 billion is an understanding that you need to have, and only those who have it build those businesses. Very rarely do you have single founder unicorns, and somehow India is, I think two examples of it: Oyo and Paytm, and for that reason, it's become sexy, but it's not always the right answer. So if anyone here has ever tried to think about Y Combinator, you'll realize they have a rule. They don't allow single founder companies anymore into Y Combinator. And I think lastly about entrepreneurship is like talk problems that you're trying to solve. Like stop talking valuations. I think a lot of youngsters I meet and I guide them. They talk about, oh my God, this is like एक company वो $1 billion की है, एक company वो $10 billion की है, और एक company $400 million की है, and that's all great. And my question to them is, what's their revenue? How profitable are they? How many users that they have? They're like, वो सब छोड़ो ना. Like think about how much money they like. And my question really around that time is, like guys, there's a saying that I always say, right? Capital has to be predicated on the business model. The business model cannot be predicated on capital. कि इतना पैसा होगा तो ये बना लेंगे. ये मॉडल है, इसीलिए हमें इतनी वैल्यूएशन मिल रही है, इससे हम इतना और बनाएंगे और इतना होगा. And I think the last message that I would leave on entrepreneurship with you guys is, there are a disproportionately larger number of businesses which are valued between 10 million and 250 million, which are profitable cash on cash businesses which have made their owners more cash than actual billionaires who have their money stuck in some paper wealth in some organization, right? So liquidity should be the aspiration as an entrepreneur. Profitability should be the aspiration as an entrepreneur. Greater good should be the are you making an impact in people's lives? it could be a commercially viable impact. It doesn't matter.